Hervé Renard's Saudi Arabia tactics, can we recreate them in eFootball? The first match of Argentina's 2022 World Cup journey shocked the whole world. Saudi Arabia's 2-1 comeback win. Can we recreate Renard's extreme high line, offside trap, and vertically compact defense? Argentina came into the tournament with a 36-game unbeaten run, just one game behind Italy's record. But Argentina lost two important players prior to the World Cup due to injuries, Lo Celso and Nicolas Gonzalez. Lo Celso's ball carrying and passing helped the team progress the ball forward both in the middle and out wide, without Messi having to drop deep. Gonzalez was the only young and fast winger Argentina had with a high work rate. Another fast forward, Joaquin Correa, was also injured. Their absence was hugely missed against Renard's game plan. Saudi Arabia started the match with extremely high intensity. They had a very high defensive line and kept a very short vertical distance between the front and the back, and tried to create an offside trap. The advantage of it was that it created a mid-block and made it very difficult for Argentina to play their normal game and connect passes in the midfield. As a result, as we can see from Argentina's heat map, they made many passes in their own half. But were Argentina actually unprepared for it? In their last warm-up match against the UAE before the World Cup, they had already tested their counter-tactics, long passes behind the line. So Argentina lined up in a 4-4-2 on paper, but their attack was actually a 4-2-4. Lautaro as a goal poacher with two wingers older than 34 hugging the sideline, Di Maria and Papu Gomez, and Messi as the SS, free to move between the lines. Without the midfield ball carrier Lo Celso, Scaloni tried to avoid going through Saudi's physical mid-block by having Paredes and DePaul make long-through passes to the front four. On paper, it's a reasonable solution, and Argentina did create quite a few chances, including a goal that Lautaro scored but was just slightly offside. But Saudi didn't make it easy at all. The backline was extremely focused on Argentina's front four and pressed on time to make them offside. Argentina had 10 offsides in the whole match. The front line pressed aggressively to disrupt the passers like Paredes and Tagliafico. And the DMF Al-Malki was like a destroyer, very focused on disrupting Argentina's midfield passes, as well as filling in the space when one CB pressed. And without Nicolas Gonzalez, Argentina's front four were not fast. It was difficult to beat the offside line. Renard wasn't just satisfied with making Argentina struggle to score, he took advantage of the flaw in Scaloni's long pass strategy. With all four forwards up front, and DePaul sometimes there too, when Saudi regained possession, they would naturally have a man advantage in the midfield. Then they either made long passes to the central attackers and tried to win the second ball, or had their fullbacks overlap and attack the space behind Argentina's wingers. Their first goal was from Al-Malki's dispossession on Messi. Then his long pass found a 2-versus-2 chance up front, and Al-Sheri scored at the far post. Then the second goal came from winning an aerial duel on the right, and Argentina failed to clear the ball, and Al-Dosari scored a worldie. Just 0.15 expected goals, but both came from Renard's tactical advantage. To protect the lead later in the match, Renard defended in a low block and played another fullback, forming a 5-4-1. Every player had high fighting spirit. Al-Awais made multiple saves, and Al-Tambakti's world-class tackle on Messi was crucial. Argentina failed to equalize, and the whole world was shocked. Renard's high-risk, high-reward tactics worked and paid off. First, we use an offensive keeper as Al-Awais behind a high defense line. Then a build-up destroyer duo as Al-Bulahi and Al-Tambakti. Then Al-Sharani and Abdul Hamid as attacking fullbacks. Al-Malki was a destroyer or box-to-box DMF, with two box-to-box or whole-player midfielders, Kano and Al-Faraj, in front of him. Al-Baraikan, the RMF, can be a fast winger, while the LMF, Al-Dosari, can be a good dribbler who often cuts inside and is good at shooting. Al-Sheri played as a goal poacher, CF, attacking behind Argentina's defense line frequently. You can also have an extra right back as Al-Ghanem, forming a back five while protecting the lead. I'd recommend using players with good pace in all positions. Renard had two main game plans. The first team playstyle is quick counter, to replicate Saudi's high press and high defense line. The formation is a 4-1-4-1 with no extra instructions, but we can turn on the offside trap. Although the offside trap in eFootball can act dumb at times, turning it on helps shorten the vertical distance between the front and the back. The second team playstyle should be long ball counter, to replicate Saudi's low block in the late game. The formation became a 5-4-1 with an extra right back, again with no extra instructions. We can turn off the offside trap. Here's the summary of the tactics and the table of player selection. Let's try them in 2 online division matches.
To show the definition of target man.
Destroyer DMF wins the ball back, then immediately starts a counterattack on the left with the overlapping left back.
Tries the cross. He wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
With the offside trap on, try to keep a short vertical distance between lines and disrupt the opponent's build-up.
It's Bruno Fernandes. He's on it. Can he get away? He's found a way past. Well seen, saw that coming. That's great positioning, so good from him.
A chance from high press.
Terrible pass. Aimed beyond the defence. And have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Rice, Collier, and he was quick to react.
It's good to have fast players in this tactic.
Good ball, good take. He's picked his way through. Goes for a shot. Oh, and he shoots. And he has been fouled there.
Nice red card.
And it's Hakimi. Aubameyang.
Again, attacking out wide with the overlapping right back right after getting the ball back.
Oh, he's having a shot. Kudus. Cuts out the supply. Vinicius Junior driving through the middle. Vinicius Junior. At times I find myself
switching to long ball counter and giving my CF deep line to form a 4-5-0 defense and turn off the offside trap.
And they win it back again. Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp. And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble. Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that. Oh, smashing header! Played into space out wide. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Offside trap off, but still created an offside.
Bruno Mendes. Looking for options for movement. Wriggles his way through. Oh, that's fabulous. Now the delivery gets big. Lots of beauty to this. So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly. And a chance!
Everyone's defending in the box now.
It's a great ball here. Right, he's driving forward. And that's it. Saudi Arabia really have hit the heights. His nation has ever had anyone better in that position.
Try to keep the defense line straight so the opponent can't exploit the gap.
Nicely weighted ball. Guardiola threads one in.
The opponent beats the high line with a speed advantage.
This is Bergkamp. There's the shot! Goal! Bayern!
The offside trap traps myself.
Tries to pass it through. Bayern has the chance to go the other way. Oh no, what has happened here? Now it's Rice. That's a clever looking ball. Good take, and it takes a shot! Goal! They're level in. Is another. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
So this isn't even a yellow?
Well, I think the player's messy. Can he get on the end of this? This will promising. He has found the way through. Kaká.
Having a man advantage in midfield just like Saudi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Has been indicated.
Played into space out wide.
Okay, so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Again attacking out wide with an overlapping
So all square
fullback.
at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. He gets big!
Even better, can they get another? Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward? Vinicius Junior! Little simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, it looked promising from him. He's had a shot! It's in! And that
Now back to
means
long
just
ball
one
counter
thing.
5-4-1
Match
with no offside trap.
Saudi Arabia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Great chance! Guardiola. Searching pass he's played there. And that will be the final act.
Thank you so much for watching. Next video of the 2022 Argentina series, the must-win match against Mexico.
Where's Messi? Messi down! Messi down! Messi down! Messi down!